Hi everyone, happy Mother's Day to you. It is such an honor to be a mother. For me, there is nothing better than to be called mom. To hear those first words, mommy, mama, whatever way they come, just to hear the first words, to see the first crawling, the first steps, all the firsts. I know not all mothers get to do that, and there are mothers that work outside the home or mothers that work at home with your children. But either way, for me, I am so grateful that I got to see so many firsts and be there for my children and watch them grow, raise them, and see them grow up to be adults. I don't think there's any comparison to anything else you can do in life than growing a life and raising a life. Not all children that we have are all birthed by us. As I say, I have children that grew under my heart, and I have one who grew in my heart. I adopted one child, and the others are my biological children, but I love them all the same, and I got to mother all of them, and I think that is the most greatest honor in the world. And you have all those memories when you start getting older and have those aches and pains and, everything that goes along with the day you thought would never come, which for me has not. I don't have an empty nest. I remember the kids I babysit a lot, and I remember when my first husband and I went over and visited them, the family and their kids were all, I think they were teenagers, and the mom was talking about being an empty nester, and of course I was just married. I don't think I had any kids. I might have had one, I don't remember, but that seemed like, oh, that won't happen, it's so far away, but just don't blink, because if you blink, all of a sudden they're grown up. I hear a country song coming out of those words somewhere there, but the days may be long, but the years are short, and I always screw that up, so I don't know the second part if I did it right or not. But being a mother, it is not an easy job, is not for the faint at heart. It is, it's just brings me the most joy in anything that I have ever done in my life. I personally remember when I gave birth to my first child, I was very young. I got out of high school, I got married, pregnant, and had a baby. And I remember after having the baby, I just couldn't believe it. It was not an easy delivery. It was difficult, very difficult. But after I had that little baby in my arms, I felt so proud of my body, of myself, and I was, I think, in shock that I had accomplished this, something that I had feared. I remember being pregnant and just fearing, and at the last, I don't know, month or so, I remember calling my mom because we had lived in another state, and I said, I'm scared, baby can't come out, it's got to stay there forever. Can't happen. There's no way. I can't do this. It can't happen. I remember how scared I was. Don't be scared. It's not bad. I went on to have a lot of children. So, yes, it may be painful. It may be the worst pain. Don't worry if you're just pregnant for the first time. You get through it, and the breathing does work. But the feeling you have in your heart, in your soul, everywhere when you have that little baby placed in your arms, it's like no other. And you may be already thinking the next one. I don't know. I don't think I was, but I was very young. But oh, it's just such a connection. It is a connection. I can't even put into words. So this is my story. And then like I said, I had adopted one of my children, and the same story. The baby was put into my arms, and it was just such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful feeling. And even though I didn't grow her under my heart, she grew in my heart, and Was it easier? Well, yeah. She came off a plane. Easier than giving birth, yes, but it was a lot. It was a lot. When you adopt a child, too, you go through a lot in a different way. And once you got through it, and that pregnancy, as I called it, was longer than 9 months, because at least for us, this was in my first marriage, it took a long time. You have to go through a lot of hoops, a lot of home studies, a lot of things you have to go through to adopt. We adopted a baby. And it's the same thing. It really is. It doesn't matter how the baby gets put in your arms. Once that baby's put in your arms, your heart just melts. That's all I can say. And those have been my experiences. And between the first where I was so scared and calling my mom and saying, I'm just going to be pregnant forever. I can't get this baby's not coming out. It's staying in. To my 8th baby, Polly, as you see sometimes on my videos or you hear him. He was a preemie, and it was very sad to leave the hospital without him, with empty arms. He lived in the hospital in the NICU for 2 months and 2 days, and that was the hardest time of my life, to walk out of the hospital without my baby. And I think of that every Mother's Day, and I know some moms leave the hospital with empty arms like I did, but I was fortunate enough to be able to come back. Well, I went there every day, but when I finally was able to bring my baby home, and I know some mothers aren't that fortunate, so think of those babies that have been lost. I've lost 2, and in one of my videos I showed the tree. I planted a tree with my mom for both the babies I had lost, and those are the hard parts of being a mom, the losses, and that's my memory that I keep with me on Mother's Day. I go out and look at my trees and remember the ones I lost. And just like Mother's Day, just like life, we have losses, we have new lives, we have old memories and new ones. So as I started the beginning of this vlog, I wish you all a happy Mother's Day. Remember the old memories and make a bunch of new ones, and have a wonderful day. You are important. A mother has a job, like my mom used to say, the job like no other. So enjoy your day. And if your mom or grandmother or your mother figure is not here, remember, look back in your mind's eye and remember those memories. I know that's what I have to do, and I so much wish my mom was here. I have a birth mom and a mom who raised me, and I miss them so, and I know a lot of us miss our moms, and a grandmother who I never even got to meet. So this is a bittersweet day, but cry a little, wipe away the tears, and celebrate this day. And times are tough, and I know maybe you can't go out and, whatever the case may be, or if you can go out, live it up. Live it up for me. My son and I, we can't go anywhere, but we're going to spend it together, and there's no other way I'd want to spend Mother's Day than with my child. So have a wonderful day and do something nice for yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Be kind to people, especially today, every day. Be the reason someone smiles today, because you don't know their story, and you may make their life a little better. Bye for now.